To arrange the princess's marriage, the emperor summoned all the handsome men in the country for her to choose from. Everyone thought the princess would pick the most handsome among them, the chancellor. But unexpectedly, the next second, she chose the ugly general. This instantly stunned the emperor and empress. After all, the entire nation knew the princess had liked the chancellor since childhood, while the general always wore a mask because of his ugly appearance. Only the princess herself knew the truth. The chancellor was a complete scoundrel, and the ugly general was the man who truly loved her. It turned out the princess was a reborn soul. In her previous life, she had married the chancellor as she wished. But 3 years later, the enemy country led troops to capture their capital. To protect the chancellor, the princess chose to hand over the military tally to him, hoping he would escape and gather troops. However, the chancellor stabbed her in the back unexpectedly. It wasn't until an enemy woman hugged the chancellor that the princess realized he had always been a spy for the enemy country. Marrying her was just a way to obtain national intelligence. After the chancellor left, the general rushed in with his army, anxiously caring about the princess's safety, only to find her chest pierced by the chancellor's sword. Learning that the princess was dying, the general completely collapsed. He disbanded his army and decided to die with her. It was only then that the princess realized she had loved the wrong person in that life. As flames burned their bodies, the princess miraculously reincarnated 3 years back in time. Seeing her parents safe and sound, she was overwhelmed with joy and immediately realized she had returned to the day of choosing her husband. Thinking of the tragic fate in her previous life, she resolved to change her destiny. So, amid everyone's shocked stares, she pushed the chancellor aside and walked up to the general. But the chancellor mistakenly thought the princess was throwing a fit to make him jealous. He forcibly demanded she choose him as her husband and even tried to hit her in public. Luckily, the general stopped his hand. Frightened by the general's fierce gaze, the chancellor immediately fled the palace with his followers. Watching the princess stare at him affectionately, the general still thought she was using him to make the chancellor jealous. After all, they had never interacted before. Just as he was about to refuse the marriage, the princess directly took off his mask. It was then that everyone discovered the general, who had been mocked for his ugliness, was actually the most handsome man in the entire country.